Welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. So this awkward record setup that I've got going kinda works, I guess. Ugh. Where did I leave off anyway? When did I actually upload? Now that I think about it, that's uploading on Friday. It is now, like, no, not Friday, Saturday. It is now Monday. I'll be uploading in another 2 days, I guess, so it'd be Wednesday. It's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, yeah, because I upload every 4 days. So, recall, what did I do? I hung out with Duka, that's what I did. Is there anything else? I'm pretty sure I talked to everyone here, didn't I think I did, right? Yeah. Already done that. And it's a Monday, so I have no idea what to do. So let's just go out and see what there is to do. You know, it's Monday today as well, isn't it? Is it Monday? It is Monday, right? Yeah, Monday. Get my sleeping pattern back around. I was up about 24 hours. I slept through pretty much the whole night. Woke up in the morning. And then I was like, I'm going back to sleep. And I woke up in the late morning instead of the early morning. No, he's not here, and I don't think what's his face is gonna be here either. Also, on my second playthrough of Persona 4 Golden, I've, actually taken screenshots from the playthrough. This area looks a lot bigger in Persona 4 Golden when we visit this place. And there's actually a singer up here singing the opening song of this game. I'll show screenshots that I've taken of the field trip to Port Island in Persona 4 Golden. Also, Chihiro was there, and she does acknowledge Mitsuru. She doesn't say her name, but it's clear we always know she's referring to. Yeah, he's not here. They all, yeah, I think they must, I'm not sure. Did they get different, did they change this place up a bit in Persona 4, like Persona 4 Golden? Or just Persona 4 in general, really, because, no, they visited Port Island and over. Because I don't remember the color being the same. But it's like, there's only the one room, man, unless they, add in an additional room, which I think unlikely. Like, I wonder if the monk was still coming to this place on the regular during the events of Persona 4. What is the difference anyway? Is it like maybe 1 or 2 year difference between the games? Because Chihiro, what year is she in? Is she in year 1 or 2? She was in year 3 by the events of Persona 4 because she had become the what's it called? What's Mitsuru's role in the student council? Whatever role she has. Chihiro has that when she's in the other. You know, she's in charge of the student council. Which is weird to think about considering her character, really. Well, I don't really need to do any of these, but I'll punch a bag, why not? Pass the time. I get to sleep early now. How could it improve when it was already great to begin with? Hey, Makoto, 3 left her. The next one will come for another 3 weeks. Man, why can't they just come all at once? Dude, are you crazy? If they all came at once, we wouldn't be able to defeat them all. Because how would we be able to handle every single one of them all at once? You're not really much of a thinking kind of person, are you there, Akihiko? That would be incredibly, you know, more challenging. That would be tough. That's true. But with more people now, it should be easier to beat. Yeah, you say that, Akihiko, but we're restricted to only 4 party members. I always find that weird. I mean, it makes sense to balance things, but realistically, it doesn't make sense, does it? Because you think, you know, the whole team would be, you know, there to fight. But no. Or, you know, at least do it in some ways like, you know, where they can switch out. Like, hell, Final Fantasy freaking 10 that came out, like, in the early 2000s, before this game, had the little switch out characters in battle. Granted, you know, if the team that's currently out gets defeated, you lose, even if you've got other, you know, teammates in reserve. But still, you know? Why can't you do that? It took till Persona 5 before they thought, you know what, let's actually do that, where you can actually switch out. But we'll have it so that you have to, you know, get through a social link in order to unlock this, you know, ability to switch out party members. It's like, why did it take that long for them to do that? I can't wait for the next one. Seriously, it's that track that's fade gray. I've mentioned this a number of times now. Not heard that song. Got quite a few seconds of it that is French or whatever it is. Very atmospheric, very 80s. I do have munition. You know, I find strange as well, going from Persona 4 Golden to this time, because I'm like, okay, press square, now that's what it's missing in this game. So in Persona 4 Golden, square, if I recall, is the, you know, just knock out the Persona. Hey, what's up? I'm heading home right now. What do you need? Will. Cool, let's go somewhere. Port Island Station. Hey man, I was gonna tell you this when we got to this problem shop, but Now it's as good as time as any.
Yeah, we visited that ramen place in some point as well.
And Teddy steals Yukiko's ramen. I don't know, I can't remember how many bowls he ate, but he ate enough that he wasn't able to walk, and the team were just like, you know what? Screw you, Teddy. We'll just leave you here. And they just like hold their hands in prayer, like, we leave you here with our memories. And they just walked away with that. Of course, he was somehow able to catch up, but you get that. Listen, Teddy, you know, Teddy's one of those characters, you know, that is just makes you want to just smack him in the face sometimes, you know. He's such a, it's like, it's, I don't know. The thing about it, Persona 3, 4, and 5 all have one kind of animal-like character, sort of. Because in Persona 3 you got Koromara, the dog. The best of the three, honestly, because he doesn't really talk. And that is a good thing, because the ones that do, oh my god, they just obnoxious. Teddy, he's got such an over-the-top personality, and sometimes you just want to smack him. And then, you know, Morgana in Persona 5 is just such an arrogant little shit, you're just like, oh, why did they have to talk? They always give them these personalities, these stupid mascots. I hate it. It's like, I don't. It's like between Teddy and Morgana, I think I dislike Morgana more. Simply because of that one moment, if anything. When, you know, you get to the Haru section, and he kind of just like, and he's just like, you arrogant little bastard, why does nobody just talk and things that? Like, it's so frustrating. And then he kind of overshadows Haru's character development, and I'm just like, Haru feels like a nothing character for Persona 5, because she doesn't get a moment to shine, because her moment is kind of overshadowed by Morgana. I was like, god damn Morgana, you kind of just screwed over this character. Like, Persona 4, Naoto, you know, technically appears late in the game, but you know, you do see the character earlier on in the story as well, so you know, it feels like it's more better integrated into the plots, you know, the character actually kind of fits in a bit more. It feels like, you know, a part of the team, whereas Haru just feels like she's kind of there. And I blame Morgana for that, because she kind of screwed over her character. Whereas, you know, Teddy, you know, he does have a few moments where you're just like, Teddy, son of a bitch. But it's not as bad as Morgana in that moment. That moment alone is why I dislike Morgana more than many. Anyways, so I had to go to Kyushu with Emiri. This will be my last full rum. You just rambled on while I'm pouring my heart out this thing. What the? Is that Emiri? Who's that? Wow. It's like we've heard about this teacher's day, but we've never actually seen her, have we? I think because whenever I'd, you know, Google Kenji's name to make sure that I got his last name right, because whenever I'm doing the tags, I'm like, is it Tomochika or someone else? So, you know, I always have to check that I've got the right name and all that. And, you know, Emiri pops up as well, and she looks like in the remake she might have actually got, like, you know, a character portrait, which makes me think, does she get her own classes that we attend in school, perhaps? I don't know. Otherwise, they were just like, you know what, she's already appeared like 2 times, but she gets a character portrait anyway. Anyways, you can hear bits and pieces of Emiri's conversation. I didn't think he'd get so... He's just a kid. He must have misunderstood my... I thought he'd be relieved that I was being bad. He said he wanted to... Tell students are... It won't be much longer. I'll pick you up on our way. I can't wait that. I didn't even know she was leaving today. I thought we'd be together forever. Heartbroken. Kenji seems like he's going to cry. Dude, what do you expect to happen? What will you do? No. How do we react exactly in this? We're going to actually confront her about this. I wonder what she'll have to say for herself. Was she actually leading Kenji along, actually pretending to date him? Were they actually getting, you know, inappropriate? Or was it just Kenji just getting complete wrong signals and there was nothing to it to begin with? We must know! I'm okay, thanks. Kenji smiled. It's not Emiri's fault, I'm the one blame. Get back here, Kenji, you fool! Why, Emiri, why? Kenji is crying. He's adding to the fountain. It's like this fountain is not made up of normal water, it's made up of tears of, you know, guys that have had their heart broken. Oh man, our nose is running. Hey, fancy Cody, if you weren't your eyes. Kenji is laughing as he cries. The relationship's stronger now. He'd probably have dived into the fountain and drowned in despair. A serious voice rings in your head. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to bring the son of the Let's make search link has reached level 9. The crowd create zones of ammunition on him off the ground. We're nearly maxed out on this. Let's go home. Let's return to the dawn.
Hi, how was your day?
Well, I saw Kenji cry, which is a first. Well, a second for me, I guess, because I have played this game once before. But that Chidori-san is starting to open up a little. However, she's still uncomfortable talking about personas. Might take a while before she's ready. Oh well. We still have 3 shadows to worry about, so I'll focus on that. I'm sorry they ever set foot into the world. What about the shadows that don't actually have feet? Have we actually battled a shadow? Yeah, we have battled a shadow that doesn't have feet. We fought that tank thing before. One of them technically didn't have, well, you know. Tanks don't really have feet in the traditional sense, but you get the idea. There was at least 2 sides to it, so even if we saw one of them having feet in a way, the other one didn't. I don't think I care so much about Chidori-san. I used to think he was a bit of a womanizer. Now he seems like such a gentleman. Whenever I'm around Shuke, I sense a feeling of happiness. I wonder what happened to it. But Shinji's a really good cook, answered the student style. Never had anything he makes. Shinjiro-san used to frequent the outskirts of Port Island Station. The only reason he is still alive is because he has knowledge in self-preservation. That quality makes him quite valuable in battle. Typhoon threatens to cancel the festival. It's a shame, as student council president I have invested a lot of time organizing this. Yeah, student council president that matters. So I hope we can still have a festival with us. I guess all we can do is trust in providence. Some big ass shadow here too. You already beat 9 of them out. Not bad. Yeah, Chidori's gonna need some time to cool down, so I'm gonna give her some space. It's gonna be hard, but what can I do? Nothing interesting, really. Arr. Hey, why not, you know? That's a thing with Persona 3 compared to Persona 4 and 5, where, you know, you've got social links you can do at night. It's like in this one you just get 2, so it's like over the entire course of the game, that's all you got, 2 social links. And you get them, you know, fairly early-ish on, so, you know, there's not really much time constraint to it. You can just do whatever, and once you max out all stats, there's really little reason to actually go out. Let's go together. Who are we going with? Ah, yeah, Shinji. The locker even pointed out to you guys. Quit prancing around like that. You act like that. This is your first time I've ever taken you out on a call. I don't like the look of that weather. It seems like a storm's. Well, what happens happens. Look quiet for me, Shinji. That was fast. Had nothing to lose. You salute me. Well, come on, let's go. Shinjiro is a man of few words. He's gonna be in a constant state of great until we actually go to Tartarus and his mood switches. Yeah, over here, conversation. Hey, did you hear? Yukari's gonna dress up as a maid for our cafe in the Ultra Festival. Wait, serious what? What happened? Feel the short straw in the archery club. He's gonna be pissed, but that's all the more reason to check out the cafe. Your spells are wrong. When is this festival anyway? Is it on the weekend or what? Classes in today. I've heard that Yukari-san is going to be working at a maid cafe during the festival. I do not understand why, but the male students seem excited to see her wear her new outfit. I don't know how you could say that about her dialogue just there. It sounds like she's sticking in a bit more there. It's like, yeah, she doesn't understand why the guy thinks, you know, that seems relatively normal. It's not like she was, well, maybe her way to speak is still not on. Yeah, I heard the archery club will be running a maid cafe for this. Only if Yuki-san will be exhausted. You might have to agree to that. I'd ask her, but, you know, it's just not like Persona 4, you know? It's like, I expect to see a save point here now, but no business. What is that? Essentially, what is that in the corner there? Can't quite figure out what it is. Akihiko, you're walking back by yourself, don't you? Alright, let's walk on. Oh, I see, well, maybe it's not. This guy seems a little sad. They will point this out to you every time. I just wanted to know if you'd say anything about, you know, the culture festival. I haven't talked to Yellow in a while. What are you thinking? Don't you think I get seems different somehow? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying she's beautiful. Yeah, it seems like it's all. When I see her, I'm reminded of the focus going back to the you don't far off. You don't have to agree with me, it's probably my bad. Ha, thought as much. You know what, I can see what the characters in Persona 4 meant when, you know, you go to Fort Island in Persona 4. The school is bigger than the one in Persona 4. Like, Persona 4 came after this game, but the school in Persona 4 doesn't really seem all that much. Well, it actually seems small, it's not as wide, I guess. The roof is bigger though in Persona 4. Culture Fest too, Culture Fest. Everyone just loves Culture Fest. Not me, dude, I think it's a waste of time. In fact, I'm hoping there's a typhoon, so they'll have to cancel. It doesn't make much time. Don't you dare jinx it, you son of a... I cannot walk in a straight line. I think the protagonist might be wrong. I don't care about the culture festival if I can't see the serious empire there. Hoping she's dressed as a man and then dancing, but I guess not. I think the culture festival is over before it began. Oh man, that's the worst kind of type. Come to think we'll get the day off of school. You know, I can't wait for it to get here. What does typhoon coming? It's a big, slow one. That means there's going to be a lot of damage done. It's going to suck. Hi there! What are you gonna say? See that advertising and stuff on the news a lot these days? It seems like there's more of it. I'm scared, you guys should watch out soon. If it spreads too wide and the school shuts down, I'd have to look for another job. And this job barely pays anything to begin with. Have we got the legendary Kutsando? I would take the legendary Kutsando. I'm just here to talk to NPCs and then hang out with the Turkey guy. Those students never seem to be able to do much in home economics. They're gonna have trouble if they ever decide to live on their own though. As for me, if my button fell off or something, I'd be able to throw it back to you in a second. If that happens, you know, Kenji would be able to do that as well, but he'd be like, let me fix that, and you'd be like, ah! Like, let me fix it, damn it, it's bugging me. It's like, Kenji, what have we told you? It's like, try to be a bit more considerate, try not to, you know, be aggressive and angry and, you know, all that. And, you know, Red asked me for the URL of the event, but I don't know. Even if I did, why would I tell anyone else? I just keep it myself. Why did I go up here? Some people are boycotting the decision to cut down the tree. I guess what prior decisions to prior decisions right there. This is what we're looking on the water. God, there must be another one. We haven't seen this old tree in a while, have we? This old tree has grown here. Seems to have special meaning to look up at the bookstore. I like how it still says that. It's like, it's a bit more than that, you know? Their son was the one who planted it. If I recall, I can't remember, it's been a long time. We're gonna be finally maxing out that stuff soon. And by soon, I mean next in-game week. So that is pretty soon. There's nobody else in school. So, let's go to the entrance. Find that interesting. Well, you can't actually go to the entrance at some fall. You know, if you go to the entrance of the school, it's only when the school's out. You just arrive at the school. It's like, the school is closed today. And then you know, go back to the selecting where you want to go. And you know there's an observatory somewhere on campus? There's one anyway, but I've never seen anything. We won't be seeing that observatory for quite some time, but it does exist. Waiting for my boyfriend, we're going to the coffee shop in the train station. And there's nobody else. School may be bigger than a 1% of 4, but there seems to be less people involved. I guess Hitotoshi is one of those characters that doesn't hang about those bits. Well, you'd think he'd be pestering some students or something, but I guess he's Student council room. You can have this. We are hanging out with them today, right? American High School Student Council. Only hit a 13 here. Sorry, it was a quick meeting. Everyone left already. It's actually kind of nice not having those tiny crowds. Not going home yet? There's something I want to take care of before I go home. It's just struggling. Got the cigarette butt in the boys' factory after you suffer soon. Maybe in the next month or so. It's taking the course of about a quarter of a year at least, but you know, I'll eventually get through it. As you can see, the meeting's over, so you can leave if you want. But I just got here. I see. Pretty sure you didn't have it. You're not in a hurry, you can spare a few minutes. A man with that position on our education, what we doing to instruct us with. Sincerely, a man once told me. Do you want to know what happened to that man? While gathering information for a story, TV anchor woman was injured on the job. The accident for the key sticking folded on the portion of accidents. But when a magazine learned they were hiding something, the execs pointed a finger at the script writer. They said it was the writer who had concealed the truth. He was made into a speaker. That man is currently serving time in prison. It was he who taught me the meaning of sincerity. In today's society, the wake-up call paid upon by the strong. You can't survive with sincerity. As for me, the Karagoon, I'd like to build a corporation where everyone's treated fair. But to do that, I need enough power to make my vision reality. So she is opening up to you. The relationship's strong now. The serious voice rings in your head. I've never got this far in such. Not I, and I am thou. Thou shalt have a blessing, not you to break this on the thing. You know, I can't even imagine how the interaction between Hidetoshi and Kenji would be. Because Kenji is the Emperor, the social link in Persona 4. And then you got Yusuke, if I recall, is the Emperor in Persona 5. So imagine those three hanging out together. It'd be a weird size. They're all very different in personality. Reach level 6, your battle grips on the Emperor. No, they call it a level in Persona 3, but I always call it rank. I guess because, you know, in Persona 4, it's like even before I, you know, started playing Persona 4 Golden, I'm pretty sure I would always refer to it as a rank. I'm not sure why, because it specifically says level, but I always like write it down as rank, like rank 6, you know? Did they have it like that in Persona 5 as well? I can't remember. But they did in Persona 4. You know what I find annoying in Persona 5 is how they don't call it social links or anything like that, they just call it comrades. It's like, why do you have to change it? You had a perfect thing with social links. It's like, not like anyone, except for maybe people that have only played Persona 5, I guess, would be like comrades instead of social links. But anyone else would be like, it's social link, man, that's what it is. It's getting dark out. Well, seems like we've done it. The walk could be too short. Just had to get back to the dorm.
Welcome back.
There are over 2 weeks until the moon is full again, and already the lost are increasing in number. You have to stop the shadows at any cost. Junpei couldn't care so much about Chidori-san. Boom, same dialogue. Guess what? I have to wear a maid outfit. Why me? Just not right. I want you to wear. I don't care. I feel like that's probably the protagonist in a nutshell. I don't care. I agree. so embarrassed, I feel like running away. It's like, you know, Persona 4, you can, you know, dress the guys up as butlers and the girls as maids by buying the costumes from this shop, right? It's not even Persona 4 Golden, it's not even Persona 4. And you know, you look at Persona 3 FES, this is basically kind of, I guess, like Persona 4 Golden in that it's like a version that came out a little later on after the original, but they just add a few things. But I don't feel like this version of Persona 3 probably adds nearly as much compared to, say, Persona 4 Golden, but Persona 4 doesn't seem that way anyway. Well, I guess they did actually. They did add a lot of extra scenarios in the answer, so I guess they did add quite a bit there. But you know, in the main story itself, it's kind of only a few differences here and there. I don't think they've changed the plot. I don't think. In it, I mean, I've never played the original base Persona 3, but I assume there's not much, if any, difference in the story there. But you know, the original Persona 3, I don't think had those outfits that actually change how a character visually looks. I mean, they kind of advertise it in the intro after all. It's like, look at all these new costumes. This makes me wonder, what was the original Persona 3 intro? What did it look like? Because I haven't played it. It's like, you know, in Persona 5 and Persona 4. So like, I played Persona 4, I played Persona 5, and I played, you know, the extended version, you know, the version that came out. I kind of look at it in a similar way to like Pokemon. It's like, okay, you got Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, same game, more or less, just you get few differences here and there, but you can more or less see it's basically the same. But then you get Pokemon Emerald, which, you know, feels more of an expansion. That's what Golden and Royal are like. But to the point is, I prefer the original intros in Persona 4 and 5 to, you know, Golden and Royal. Golden and Royal both have a similar vibe where they don't feel like they really fit the theme of the game that much. It kind of seems a bit odd. It's like, what is this intro? It doesn't feel like you're getting across the vibe of the game itself. It's like, okay, you got a murder mystery in Persona 4. You got this, you know, fighting against, you know, corruptional and Persona 5 and, you know, being an outcast. It just feels kind of weird, the intros in, you know, Golden and Royal compared to the original intros. I prefer the original. I'd probably find the same case for Persona 3 here, because the intro of Persona 3 FES is a bit weird, because, you know, they incorporate some of the gameplay, they're clearly advertising, you know, what the new features are. It's like, look at these new outfits and stuff like that. But I haven't seen the original Persona 3 intro. Anyway, there's nothing interesting on the news. Typhoon heading our way. Not sure if it's going to hit us or not. Yeah, there's gonna need some time, man. Ocean Festival is next weekend, but there's a typhoon coming, so it might get cancelled. I probably wouldn't have gone to it anyway. I don't feel like being around a lot of people right here. Everyone's so down around here. That's the vibe of Persona 3 compared to 4 and 5 in a way. It kind of has this subtle, depressive kind of atmosphere. I mean, I say subtle, but sometimes it's very in your face. So I just wait till later on in the game, and it gets, the mood really does kind of, I mean, think about it, like in Persona 4, you know, during the events of November, it's like, that's where it's like, oh shit, just go real. Without spoiling anything, it's like, oh yeah, if you've never played Persona 4, when you get the November back, I know that shit's about to go down because I watched this video on YouTube and the guy said shit goes down in November, so I'm expecting something, so it doesn't feel as surprising. So I guess that would be a spoiler in a sense. But whatever. Culture Fest, that crap doesn't interest me. Well, I'd be surprised if it did, honestly. Like, I'm very much into Culture Fest and stuff. Arf! Let's go see what we can do in town. Probably nothing. I don't think the monkey's there on Wednesdays. He's there Thursdays, Fridays, and maybe Saturdays. That's one thing I didn't mention as well in the previous record session, but I did show a screenshot of it. Is that his brother, actually, or cousin or whatever, I can't remember which. But either way, he has a relative that opens up a cafe in the Sun for Golden. He wasn't in the original Sun for, but in Golden. Which I found interesting, a nice little mod to a cafe. It's nice when they actually, you know, do little nods to the older games of the series. But then you also have to wonder, it's like, what the hell were the characters doing, you know? The characters that were actually had personas and stuff like that. What were they doing during the events of the other games? Did they not pick up on this, you know, events and be like, oh, we've got to intervene here, we've got to do something, we could do something about this? It's like, nah, just kind of leave it to something else. Or maybe they were researching it, but didn't get involved. Also, from this angle, is this me or does the protagonist's head look like someone just shoved some seaweed and a starfish on his head and it's all colored dark blue? I don't know why it made me think of seaweed. I guess it's the shape of his hair. I'm keeping up the pretense of going to work. I can't let my wife and little girl know that I've been laid off. You know what, man? You're a lot like this guy in Persona 4 Golden in Oklahoma City, you know? He got laid off, he lost his job, and then he just spent his time just going to the city pretending that he's going to work. They kind of plagiarize themselves a bit there, don't they? It's like, let's do that character trope again, you know? Sure, nobody noticed. I mean, I didn't notice, but now that I have noticed it, I've noticed it. It also reminds me of a game I played, what was it? Was it Disaster Report 4 or something like that? There's one character who basically had the same thing. It's like, yeah, they were let off work, and they keep coming to the city pretending to go to work, and they feel shame because they don't have a job anymore. And then, you know, the earthquake hits, and you know, that's how the story starts. Because it's a kind of, it's a weird game, man. I remember seeing in a video game magazine years ago, one of the games earlier on in that series, and I never actually got to play it because, you know, back then, it's like if the game wasn't in the Argos catalog or anything like that, it's like it might as well not exist. Didn't exactly, you know where to buy games back then. But you know, with the internet, now you can just find it anywhere and stuff like that. But to the point, I always found it kind of interesting, this idea of a survival game, where it's like a disaster hits and you've got to survive. But you know, if the older games or anything like that game, they have a bit of a goofy atmosphere. You could have this really goofy dialogue and scene interactions and stuff like that, and then they'd be playing it very serious the next moment. It's like, look at all these people suffering. And then you'd be like, look at this comical moment where you rip off a bunch of people who are like, hey man, this guy's got like this holy water or something that cures everything. We must worship him. And then they find out, actually it was a complete misunderstanding. And you could even be like, yeah, you guys are a bunch of idiots. Or you could even, you know, accuse your friend of being the one who did it. Like, he made me do it. And just be a complete asshole. It's a really weird game. I wonder if I'd ever let's play it. It'd be a weird one. Yep, he's not here. Let's go to the cafe for a change, why not? This is the cafe, right? Wait, it wouldn't be open at this hour, now, would it? Oh, yeah, it is actually. I don't care, it's cheaper than going to the arcades. You know what's cheaper than all that though? Not going anywhere to food. Millennium Mall is one of the cafe. Enjoy it. Few people looking at you. Nobody's looking at you. Okay, that guy over there is he's definitely looking at you. I say that, you know, about him. It's like nobody's looking at him. Maybe he's like me. Anxiety. The social anxiety. Feel, you know, anxious about it. It's gonna say that every day now, isn't it? Like your condition is improved. There'll be a conversation. I heard there's a massive typhoon on the way. Think we'll still have the culture festival in Sanity? I guess it is on the weekend now. Nah, I don't think so. The way they're talking, the typhoon's going to be way too destructive. It's not pure though. Bad as to become an undersea country. Oh come on, the typhoon isn't going to be that bad. Sure. Imagine a typhoon that is so powerful it sinks an entire country. Not just like any old country, but a country the size of Japan. That seems unlikely. The spell's wrong. Honestly, that would be like, you know, the idea of living in Japan, that would be one of my reasons to be like, oh hell no. You know, tsunamis, earthquakes and stuff like that, even volcanoes. You know, not a super uncommon thing, you know. Plus you've also got like, I don't know. Like, cause if you think about it, you live in Japan and you're not Japanese, you're probably going to be living in Tokyo, one of the most crowded, populated, densely populated cities in the world. And I'm like, oh hell no, I can't stand cities to begin with. Like, I'd rather live in more of a, you know, countryside area, you know, but I'd probably be very much out of place. This would be weird. Like, I have an interest in maybe visiting Japan someday, maybe, but, you know, if I can live there. Hey, what's up, Goto? You doing anything after school? Maybe. Oh, well, if you're looking for something to do, come talk to me, and I'll be at my desk. Well, you freaking your companions is like looking for something to do. Well, I guess you should go study. Not who needs to study, right? He seems like he's hiding something. Maybe you should talk to him after school.